used to have a big old truck, but I traded that in because it was bad for the environment. I got this little thing now. It's 30 miles to the gallon.
Dale was the coolest guy I ever met in my life. I mean, he used to be so redneck and all cool, and then he moved away.
You know, I just don't know what happened to him, you know. He was such a good guy then, you know. One day, all of a sudden, he just took off his camo.
I just got done with my yoga class, and I'm gonna go up meet up with some of my old buddies. Live right over here.
You know, this is getting really out of hand. I can't stand to see him like this no more.
You know, we're doing this cause we love him, you know. He's hit rock bottom, really, so, you know.
Yeah, I like this car. I was thinking about getting some spinners or something. Something flashy, you know, something like that one over there.
How you think he's gonna react?
I think he's gonna make a mess in his britches.
Riley.
Poor guy. You know, I really hope it's not too progressed too much where we can't go back, because I'm hoping we really can't help him. I just don't know how he's gonna take it, the intervention and all.
You know, I went and I talked to one of them fancy rehab counselors, you know, and I mean, we couldn't afford one for him, you know, to be at the intervention, but, you know, they all say the same thing. You know, if he ain't willing to go to rehab, we gonna have to cut him off. You know, we ain't gonna be able to be his friend no more. So, that's what it's gonna come down to. We gonna see how this goes.
Bobby, Billy! Open up!
Dale, come on in.
Come on in.
What is this?
Come on, have a seat.
I don't know
Worried
what's
about
going
you.
on.
Worried about you.
Word about you, boy.
I don't understand.
You will.
First of all, we wanted to let you know that Cletus really wanted to be here.
Yeah, but unfortunately he had another intervention to go to because of his crack whore mom.
Hey, you don't say that about that woman, bless her heart.
She's a nice lady.
You just can't put the crack pipe down.
You know, it was just really hard for me to see him like this. He wasn't wearing one thing camo.
So what is this, some kind of intervention?
That's exactly what it is.
We're worried about you, man. We ain't gonna be friends with no city slicker.
I don't see the problem.
Alright, for example, what the hell is this? What happened to Sue?
This is better, you know. It's got fully automatic. You know, I can do it like this and poke it out the window when I'm driving by shooting people, you know. It's great.
City slicker.
You know, it's just really hard to see this guy that, you know, we grew up with. I mean, for hell's sakes, we ate squirrel soup together, you know, and to see him like this, and he won't even admit that there's a problem.
And another thing is, what the hell happened to your big truck?
It was bad for the environment.
What do you mean bad for them? What the hell? Oh my.
What are you talking about?
I don't need to take this. I'm gonna get myself a frappuccino.
Where are you going? Come back, what you doing?
This is an intervention. You come back here. We just want what's best for you. You know, we want our hick friend back.
And we can't be your friend unless you go to rehab.
Will you go or not?
I guess.
Dale, he went to rehab, and supposedly he's made a little bit of progress, and we're gonna go see him and see how he's doing.
You know, I'll be honest, I'm pretty nervous to see him, you know, see how he's doing. But anyway, Billy and I went through a bunch of his stuff, and we found his old hat he used to wear all the time. You know, beautiful camo, of course. So we gonna give this to him, you know, hopefully aid him in his process, you know, road to recovery and all that. There he is!
Oh yeah, Megan.
I think progress. Look, he's even wearing camo again. Look.
What the hell is your pants so low?
I'm working on it, okay? You know?
Progress takes time, Billy.
Whatever.
But anyway,
Alright, sit down.
we wanted to get this for you. Here you go.
I'm not sure if I'm ready.
No, you're ready.
Put
You're
it
ready.
on.
Come on, it's time for your head to be invisible.
Oh. Alright, so Dale, he's made a lot of progress.
Yeah, a lot of progress indeedy. But, you know, he's back to wearing full-on camo again. You know, up around his waist. You know, that's good.
Pulling up his pants finally.
Yep, covering up his behind, as they say. And we even gonna have him over next week. You know, we gonna fry up some squirrel soup. You know,
My mama's recipe. Don't forget that. My mama's recipe.
his mama's recipe. But you know, interventions really do work. You know, you just gotta hit rock bottom first. You know,
So proud of him.
but we is proud. All right, we is proud. But anyway, that's all for this episode. Tune in next time.
Tune in.
See you later.
See you.